What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking out a game called Trials of Fire, which is kind of a tactical RPG, card game-ish hybrid. Like, it's really hard to... So I feel like the waters are really muddied nowadays when it comes to card games. Like, there are pure card games, things like Slay the Spire, where the entire thing is just cards. You know, there's like Magic the Gathering. That's a card game. But there's a lot of hybrid games right now that I don't really know how to classify them, because at their core, they are not like card games, you know what I mean? Like, so to give you an example, we played Against the Moon, and Against the Moon has itself billed or somewhat marketed as a card game, but it's really not. It was a lane-based monster summoning game that happened to have, like, the monsters themselves displayed on, like, a card for, like, a second before you put them on the battlefield, you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird situation that I find. Maybe it's just that I'm too big of a fan of splitting hairs or something, but anyways, this game it has cards in it. I don't know if it would be tasked as purely a card game. We're going to check that out here today. But anyways, Trials of Fire. I heard about this game because it was compared to Chandelar, actually, which really actually rang a bell for me. I had Chandelar when I was a kid on my old Pentium 1 computer, like when I was probably like 13 years old, and I was really into Magic the Gathering at the time. I had like a huge collection of white border cards and whatnot. Anyways, don't salivate too much. My entire card collection got stolen, unfortunately, through an unfortunate series of events, but that's beside the point. Chandelar was kind of an open world RPG where your character walked around and you had a Magic the Gathering deck, and you would fight other adventurers and wizards, and you would go on quests and things like that. It sort of breathed life into the world of Magic the Gathering and made it more apparent how the systems work there. When I heard somebody compare this game to Chandelar, my eyebrow instantaneously raised, because I haven't heard Chandelar since... God, I haven't heard anything about Chandelar since like 1998, alright? It's been a long time, but it is one of those games that has a sweet spot in my heart, so I figure we'll dive on in here today. We'll do our first impressions of the game. We'll see how it does compare to Chandelar. It's been a long time since I've played that, but I still do have a pretty good recollection of the game. Let's go ahead and choose an adventure here. We start out, we'll go with medium difficulty, I guess. We have the Hunter, we have the Warrior, and we have the Elementalist. We can pick what quest we want to go on. What is this, a custom quest where you can set your own play length? Okay, we'll do the Water Gem instead. So anyways, retrieve a living world relic to help save your dying people. There's also a daily challenge that apparently we could dive on into if we really wanted to. But anyways, let's go ahead and do the Water Gem. We'll see how this plays out. The settlement of Terralyn is dying. You must travel to an elven palace to locate the legendary Water Stone and save your people from the drought. Okay, in order to do our quest, in order to save Terralyn, we need to undertake a perilous journey over the surface of a ravaged planet. We will follow a golden objective marker to reach the next quest destination. We'll keep our supplies up and find weapons and equipment crucial to our quest. Okay. We also have fatigue and we have morale levels. Apparently, if those go down, it's a bad thing. So I guess we're in a constant race against despair. Our heroes are slowly kind of falling apart as we get further and further on into the adventure. I like that. That gives it kind of a sense of like a fail quest. That's one of the things that I really liked about that game For the King, is that like from the beginning, the game tells you, you are going to die. This party is doomed. You know what I mean? Like, I've always kind of liked that fearsome, how far can you go last stand type feeling that some games have. To keep our party fresh, we need to rest regularly. Alright, beginning our trial. So here we are. I see our little paper ragdolls just kind of chillaxing on this side. I do like the way the game is presented on top of a book, although I think the angle could be a little bit more slight, I guess. Oh, we can just like walk around as we see fit. There's a settlement right there. What's up with the settlement? You enter a settlement that feels like it's been recently abandoned. You notice a number of houses have black marks painted on the door. There is a man ahead wheeling a cart piled up with bodies. We can investigate a couple of the empty houses, or we can carry on through the town. Why not? The dwellings smell unholy, but you salvage what you can, scavenging a few useful things. Nice. So we got what looks like a leather helmet that's going to allow us to rage on out and give us 1 armor, so that's pretty sweet. And then we've got a knife. Deal 2 damage to an enemy with no defense, or 2 damage to a friendly within 1 space. Gain 3 willpower. Okay, willpower is kind of a stat that you need in order to keep your buffs running. So if you put like a fight-wide buff on yourself, it has this thing called willpower on it. And every time you get hit, your willpower to maintain that enchantment or maintain that buff goes down. And so this is a way, I guess, for you to recharge your willpower or something by cutting other people. That is, unless they're calling HP willpower in this one. We can take a look and find out. We'll take the loot, and then we'll continue. It looks like there's something right there. We're supposed to be following that gold arrow right there. So maybe we hit this on the way, find out what it is. There's an abandoned cart up ahead that's been pulled to its side. Your eyes are drawn to the glint of coins next to the wheel. Yeah, dude, I like to live life on the edge. Rastin pulls the door open, which clatters against the side of the cart. Suddenly, a voice yells, "Charge," and a group of rattling slavers appear from all sides. Ooh, I like the pop-up right there that gives you kind of like the full background along with, I guess, some of the key art for the rattlings. I dig that. That's really, really rad. You guys can pause and read that if you want to. I'm going to try to keep us moving because we only have 30 minutes to play as much video as possible before we run out of time here. And we got, let's see here, a rattling guard on that side. Ooh, man. This guy's trading in all his points to close that distance, although it looks like... Okay, it looks like they've cramped themselves in here. So the way that the combat works in this game is we move around on a hex grid, obviously. This right here is how many of our... This is willpower, sorry. So willpower is how much mana we have. So that other ability we had, that bloodletting ability, allows us to get free mana by hurting one of our characters. Anyways, terminology is still slipping past. I played through the tutorial, and I know what I'm doing. It's just I got the terminology all mixed up. So you have 0 mana. You might be saying to yourself, how the hell do you do stuff if you have 0 mana? Pretty simple, actually. You gotta recycle your cards. So this game is all about burning cards in order to generate enough mana to play the cards that you want to play. Some of them will be free, obviously. So like Advance, we can move her to right there so that she can fight with this guy. We can get rid of... I don't actually think he's gonna be really in position to do much. Like, at all. I don't have too many. He doesn't have an advance or a move or anything either. So, what we should probably do... is recycle his cards. He can move by 2 by using 1 mana, which can be useful. Now, we've got a swipe right here, so I suggest we do that. So, pow, there's the swipe, and because we're adjacent to each other, we get a combo hit right there, which is like one of the cool mechanics in this game. You really do want to kind of surround and pound your enemies. We have a cantrip right there. Every time you play a card that deals magic damage, gain a willpower. Okay. I'm going to give her a defend first and foremost. So there's a defend. We also have a force missile. So a magic attack 2 to a target within 3 spaces and 1 random enemy within 2. Yeah. So that'll hit both of them for a little bit more damage. I'll throw a defend on her because we have the extra mana, and I don't see any reason not to. And now that our turn's over, we'll go ahead and turn over the hourglass right there and find out what the enemy's going to do. Oh, really? He can move through his own characters. Interesting. Okay. I was not prepared for that at all. I learned a thing today. All right, you come around to there. We will take a look here. We have a swipe right there. Keep swiping on that guy for the combo. I think that's a really, really good idea. Melee attack 2, then melee attack 2. I'm curious if we get a combo for both of these. Looks like we don't. However, I don't know why we're gaining armor right now. I'm a little bit on the fence about that. It's got to have something to do with adjacency. We got Flame Fan right there. I think that'll burn my own guy, though. We do have Force Missile, which would be kind of nice. What it comes down to is whether or not I want to sacrifice some of this stuff to get a power attack off and keep that guy's health burning. I think I do. Yeah, that'll work. We're not going to have enough mana to finish him off, which is really sort of unfortunate. I'm going to pull her back to there so that the melee guys are in the front. Yeah, that seems all right to me. Pull back to here. I'm going to force them to keep playing around with their mana. Alright, so Stalk is on there. Your combo strikes will deal extra damage. And then Goad. All attacks deal +1 damage per adjacent enemy. Okay, so we're probably set up reasonably decently right now. She's going to need to have armor for sure. We'll give that to her. So she's going to defend for 2 whenever she does a melee attack. I'm okay with that. It's not that big of a deal. We'll get rid of the defend right there. We'll get rid of the swipe. I do have a power shot that I can put out there. Should have used it on him. Didn't realize they rotated. So that's kind of a problem. Unstable Blast. Oh, she's actually got a move. Okay. Yeah, alright. Well, we'll move her down to here. We'll go Unstable Blast right there to wipe that guy off. I love that shatter effect on the little tiles that are over here when you're playing through. Alright, a little bit of damage out. They don't really have a whole lot left to fight us with, so honestly, I'm not that concerned about it. We should be able to finish this guy off, no problem. We'll throw out that. Throw that on him. Throw that out for the extra mana. She's got a swipe right there. Got a wild swing. There we go. And the battle's concluded. We didn't take any damage. We didn't lose any resources. Looks pretty good to me. Sometimes you got to do some wanton murder on the road. We got a forged metal right there. Apparently, we have level ups ready to rock. I do like rangers, so let's see what we can do here. We can drag a skill card from below to replace an old one, or we can click a card on the left to upgrade it. Okay, so we can get Power Shot Plus, which increases the damage by 1. We've got Can Move Past Enemies if we upgrade that. Most of these seem to just be damage increases. Okay. What does Take Aim do? All attacks on a single target deal +1 damage. It's not too bad. I do kind of like that ability. We have Escape, Defend 3, then move to the closest empty space with no adjacent enemies. Not bad. We got a Bone Wolf, really. Can perform combo strikes in response to ranged attacks and all combo strike. Well, let's go for that. Although that takes 3 mana, so it's kind of pricey. It's a little pricey. However, we can replace one of our swipes because, like, he's never in melee anyways. He's a ranged character. We'll take all of that, and we'll kind of think about whether or not we want to equip some of this stuff. We're determined and fresh, so that's good. There's a city over there. I don't know what that is. A ruin? Okay. Possible that we'll have a battle, equipment, food, and materials. Good to know. You... Actually, no, not bloodletting on you. One of you should have bloodletting. I mean, honestly, I just took away one of his melee abilities, so I guess that'll work out fine. What's the helmet do? The helmet is +1 armor, and then we can draw 2 cards, draw 1 fewer card at the end of your turn. Okay. Extra armor is nice. Start out with that extra little bit of block on there, so that's good. I don't see anything else that's rattling along, making me super excited. So I think we'll just stop off right here. Let's go for the objective, I think. Like, we could stop off and do all these little things over here. But I think it's a really good idea to just, like, travel. The Glasslands. Can try that out. The undulating plains have become craggier with several low ridges ahead. Ascending the final ridge, you see a series of fiery fissures and craters, spewing volcanic fire and sending burning black rocks into the air. We can explore. Oh, really? Peering down into one of the fissures, Jirah spots some skeletal remains on a shelf near the lava flow. She focuses her thoughts and draws the energy from a nearby fissure so that Jirah can approach safely. Nice. So we got a heavy breastplate. Hell yeah. We also got some treated leather right there. We've got a reinforced helmet, which is even nicer than what we already had. So, like, pretty excited. That event went pretty well for us. We can go to this settlement right here. You hear the monotonous clank of a blacksmith's hammer striking an anvil head. You approach the shop where a human apprentice greets you warmly. His employer, Silent Sal, is easily the tallest human woman you've ever seen and is especially interested in rare gemstones, should you have any. Okay. There's food supplies over here. I would say we should definitely grab food supplies. Never hurts. I should probably go through and equip some of this stuff first. I think these are both, like, upgrades for her. What does she have right here? So 2 armor. That's 3 armor. And it looks like it has the same ability. Yeah, they both have defensive stance. So it looks like maybe she can equip that bone armor as well. The reinforced helm is a flat upgrade, so we'll throw that right there. It looks like she can wear that. What does that do for her? It allows her to prepare. We get an extra willpower at the start of our turn. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Yeah, I don't want to lose that. It's fine. We'll sell both of these if nobody can wear them. Yeah, nobody can wear them, so we'll sell them both. Back to the shop. We'll drag that over to there. Get a few more nickels. We've got some hand wraps right there. They give you might. Your attacks deal bonus damage equal to the cost of previous non-move cards played. Okay. Is that for the entire fight, or is that just for the turn? I believe that may be one of those interesting things that we need to sort out. I don't have the money for it anyways. Never mind. We'll just take some food while we're here, I guess. There we go. All right. All right, so our mission is urgent. We can stop and recover stamina and health along the way. All right. I can upgrade an item, too. Yeah, let's just rest. That sounds good to me. And then we'll break camp. All right, so we still need to go up and to the right to resolve whatever our crisis is. There's another ruin over there, but I'm trying to stay headed out in the exact same direction. We'll stop at this one because it's on the way. What is this? A group of charred hunters are lying in wait for anybody foolish enough to enter their ruins. That's fine. I'm not worried about these guys. We can take them. We're going to slap these dudes. My warrior always starts out in just the worst position, doesn't she? I can go... So power shot will actually hit from right here? Well, that's good to know. Yeah, fire that thing off, dude. I see no reason not to open super strong right there. Like, we might as well. You advance maybe up to here and just kind of circle around. Throw on a defense because there's nothing else to do anyways. And then we'll sacrifice that. Oh, she can only use the move. Gotcha. I thought anybody could use the move from a sacrifice card, but it has to go character to character. Ow, dude, I've been shot in the neck. Okay, didn't expect that. Wasn't trying to get shot in the neck today, but shot in the neck I am. Let's go adrenaline. I'd like to get her into combat right here. There we go, perfect. I was just trying to bum rush him real fast. Like, we had a really strong opening turn, but we took damage right there, which means basically I lost. We'll take all of the loot, because I love me some loot. We got some upgrades to go around. I'm going to upgrade the warrior, see if she's got anything kind of defensive. So she's got tackle. Move 2, then inflict weakened on all adjacent enemies. They will deal -3 damage on their next attack and can't perform combo strikes. Okay. Defend 6. Wow, that's pretty good, dude. I think we should probably replace... I mean, it costs 1. I'll probably get rid of Wild Swing for it, I guess. What do we have here? On the path ahead lies the body of a female ratling who doesn't seem to be moving. Something isn't right about this, though. It looks like a good spot for an ambush. What are they gonna do? You feel for a pulse. It's weak, but she's still alive. She's got a serious wound to the back of her head, and it looks like she was attacked from behind and knocked unconscious. You bring her around and give her water to sip and some dried food. You wait with her until she regains some strength. Okay, I guess there was no reward. I guess I just kind of like threw away resources right there. We've got glasslands over here. We should probably go look just in case. Let's see here. You spot a well-guarded rattling caravan moving across the barren land. A large rattling female introduces herself as Moral and inquires about your business so far from civilization. Yeah, we can do this. You got any food? If you got food, I'm down for it. Ooh, there's some pretty sweet-ass weapons in here, too. I like that spear. I really, really like that spear. It's also a crossbow. Ooh. Man, if you can get into that trick bow right there, you can get some pretty cool stuff. Unfortunately, we just need food for right now because we're tired. We need to rest. So, I am going to click on the camp menu, and we will just rest for right now. Oh, wow, you don't restore that much when you're, like, out in the field. Okay, so you definitely want to rest, like, inside of cities, if you can help it. Up ahead, you see a line of human slaves chained together. There are 2 rattling slavers armed with whips at the front and the back of the column. Alright, let's try. We'll ambush them. It says we get a new follower for this, and so, like, I get the feeling numbers are going to be pretty valuable as we get further on into the game. I don't particularly... So I do want you to advance. You can stop grit right there. Put you in defense mode. We'll play an advance right there. Power shot him. I feel like that was a decent opening salvo. Like, just something to make them stick their heads down, you know what I mean? Like, 5 damage on the first turn is no play. And it seems like the AI kind of, like, really prefers to kind of buff itself before it goes into combat. So usually what I've noticed is they sort of like skip magic attack 3 on all in the indicated area. Yeah. I'm going to step her to right there. We'll put a defend on her. I don't need that advance because she's already in combat. We've got a double strike right there. So we've got a melee attack 5 or ranged attack 4. Oh, really? So I can use it as like a javelin, basically. Okay. I dig it. Let's focus our fire up a little bit. I definitely want... Nope, don't want the double strike. Just say, because with a combo, we can accomplish the kill right there, and it's really not that big of a deal. Then I can move her up to there. Move you up to there, I guess, since you've got armor. I was hoping we get the double strike off, but there was just no way to make the arithmetic work, unfortunately. There's a swipe out right there. Took a little bit of damage. Summoning skill cards. Yeah, did our Bone Wolf come up? Oh, it did. Nice. Okay, so let's get rid of those two, because we're not going to power shot from point blank anyways. You throw a defend on yourself. We've got 2 for swipes right here. Nice little combo. Very nice little combo. And that knocked off his buff because he finally took enough damage. We're going to sacrifice everything she's got. Nice, dude. I wanted to try the Bone Wolf out, but like that combo was too sweet and juicy for me not to go to. Like I had to go for it. It was just too nice. We got a little bit more money for food right there. We've got another bone or another heavy breastplate, which is cool. Kind of upgrades we got looking for you right now. So we've got a fire shield. Whenever you're attacked by an enemy, put burning on that attacker. Inflict immobilize and defend 2 to all characters in the target area. We also have stone barrier, so that's defend 4 on anyone, which I think is flat out better than defend. So I think I'm just going to take that and use it as a replacement for defend. Like, that's a 4 defense that I can use on myself, I can use on anybody, like, whatever. It transpires that the burly slave is a blacksmith who was only recently captured by the Rattling raiding party. He has no family and wants to join your group. All right, cool, man. Nice. Okay. So we got ourselves a follower now. Let's head on through the forest here. I'd like to make it to our first objective before we fall off afresh. You find the remains of an elven palace that's still partially suspended in the treetops. From the markings, you were sure that this is the place you were looking for. The Waterstone must be near. It soon becomes clear that the palace is not deserted. Rastin hears a voice from inside, and there are rattling shadows moving in elemental lights. Well, on to another fight. I mean, the combat is satisfying in this game. I do really like the way that it feels. It's simple as far as, like, its representation goes to the player, but, like, you get a satisfying feeling from all of the attack effects. They feel like they're, like, flip stuck. You know, like, you get, like, really cool feelings from the bow attacks. The melee attacks feel like they have impact, even though it's just, like, 2 little pips, like, running into each other. Like, 2 little pogs running into each other. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I'd kind of, like, prefer... to get into, like, a fight position, maybe? Like, maybe we push this guy up top, possibly? I don't know how far he's going to be able to move on his turn. I'm hoping he burns up some mana to get there. Yeah, let's make a unified front up there. I was going to say, I don't think you could force missile from here. Still can't get there. Alright, fair enough. We'll wait right here. I kind of wanted a dogpile on one of these dudes because I want him to take a full turn to get to us. Oh, he's casting magic. Okay. Alright, fair enough. You done casted the magic. Go ahead and get yourself built up with a defense right there. Sacrifice the advance for a mana. Yeah, go ahead and prep, I guess. Don't need an advance right there. Can throw that on for free. I'm gonna put the Bone Wolf in, just to give him something else to fire at. I don't know what the Bone Wolf's gonna do. But, you know, we don't have any willpower left, unfortunately. Like, that was kind of a setup turn. We didn't get a lot of the stuff that I wanted in order to open, so we're probably gonna take a little bit more of an oomph before this gets better. This man got some buffs on him now. Alright. That lit off a combo strike, which is sexy. I dig it. We got 2 extra mana right there, so we're going to try and blast through this guy the best that we possibly can. Let me wait a second on that. So let me get a little bit more defensive right there. What's on her? Exposed. She gets +1 damage. Okay. Fearsome Shout and Swipe will sacrifice those because I would dearly love for her to be in combat about as fast as possible. We got an advance right there. Put a stone barrier on her. Unstable Blast will go through my own unit right now, which I don't really want to do. But I do need to get people into position to fight, I think. So we'll get them in right there. And then we'll see what we can do with the rest of the turn. A lot of movement, and so we're missing out on prime... Oh, Christ. Okay. Alright, not super sure what happened right there. Shocked whenever hit by a melee or ranged attack, deal 1 status damage to everyone within 2 spaces. Okay, spread out. Everybody spread out. You get down there, and you hit this dude with a double strike. I need just, like, damage off on this guy. You've got an advancement as well, so we'll move you down to there. We got power shots available. Advance, so I can do both power shots if we sacrifice all this, which will give us a pretty good turn as far as DPS is concerned. So there you go. That'll also knock off some of his buffs because he had a bunch of buffs stacked up on himself and they absolutely had to go like right that second. Okay, he lit one of us on fire and he smacked the other one. Oh, he lit 2 of us on fire. Beautiful. Okay, so we've all been lit on fire. There's lots of people being inflamed right now. I believe I can fire force missiles right there. Not really benefiting from a whole lot of combos right now. Yeah, let me advance you down to here. Perfect. Sacrifice that, because I don't know what I want to do with it just yet. Got another force missile right there, but that's not really that helpful. Yeah, play the defense card. We'll go force missile right there. And then you move down to here and can't attack. Oh, dude, no. If you could stop calling lightning down on my face, that would be great. Bink. There it goes. We won our first elite combat. Not too bad, actually. This game is called Trials of Fire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. I actually enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. They compared it to Chandelar. I don't think it really compares to Chandelar. I think it's kind of like Chandelar in a small way. Like with the overmap and everything else. But honestly, I don't know if it really counts as like a pure strategy game, a pure card game, what it is. It's some kind of hybrid, but it feels nice. I'm enjoying it. I really do like the amount of effects and things that we've got flying around and stuff that I'm learning. So anyways, get the game down below. It's in early access right now. They're continuing to develop and add new features to the game. So it's not done. Hi, do and take care, everybody. Make sure you check out the Discord and also make sure you check out the Twitch stream where I'm live pretty much every day of the week. Bye, everybody.